Glee! I stand by my claim from last time that the first season of Glee was a big disappointment. A bunch of really good musical numbers couldn't make up for a very morbid, depressing storyline and an overall gloomy tone. But sometimes a show needs time to grow and find itself. The Star Trek Next Generation fans will attest to that. So let's see if year 2 can pick up the pace any. The season begins with the new school year at McKinley High, where it seems finishing third at regionals didn't help the Glee Club status, and they're still looked as the bottom of the barrel. It's not helped by this one kid spreading gossip and negative comments on his blog.
How do you respond to a recent post on my blog saying your Glee Club song selections sound like they come from a drag queen's iPod? Did you know there's a forum on my blog that's begging you to stop rapping?
Is that a shot at internet reviewers? Well, we dish it out. I guess we should be able to take it. Because of this, Will is finding it hard to recruit new blood into new directions. He also has to deal with Emma and the fact that she found a new man in Dentist Carl, played by John Stamos. I'm just glad it's not Dave Coulier, or else who knows how many Alanis songs we deal with this season. And it appears there's something extra in Carl's anesthesia because it seems to give the kids a rather weird side effect.
All you people look at me like I'm a little girl. But did you ever think it'd be okay for me to step into this world? My loneliness is killing me, and I must confess, I still believe.
Okay, it's official. The writers on this show have gone completely insane. And good night, is it glorious? This is what I was hoping for with this show. It's like once they got the green light for a second year, the creators removed the safety straps and just went at it full throttle, as if they realized just how ridiculous a musical TV series is and declared, yeah, well, we're damn proud of it and we're gonna show it off. One big improvement is the character Brittany, another cheerleader turned Glee member who was little more than an extra last season, but now has become full-on comic relief because the only question about her is how many times she was dropped as a kid.
I rinse my mouth out with soda after I eat. I was pretty sure Dr. Pepper was a dentist.
I wore a tank top today because I thought it was summer. No one ever taught me how to read a calendar.
And people thought I made a mistake leaving Joey Tribbiani off my stupid characters list. Now, since part 1, I've done more study on the people who hate this show, and a lot of them seem to do so because of how it treats the songs, claiming that they butcher classic hits or rely too much on auto-tune, the process used to electronically improve singing tone and pitch. Well, I should point out that I'm not a huge music buff, and while I can understand why this show could piss those people off, I'm looking at its value solely as a television program and how its story and characters, in conjunction with the songs, make it entertaining and enjoyable. That brings us to one of the most criticized episodes, the Rocky Horror Glee Show. Yes, the group puts on a rendition of the infamous movie, and boy did it get criticized for supposedly botching the songs. Again, I can understand the frustration of hardcore fans, but come on, it's freaking Rocky Horror! It's a show that caters to those who want to be different, so what's wrong with a version that is a little bit different? I mean, so what if Time Warp is not in the same key? It's still one of the catchiest tunes of our generation.
I remember doing a time warp, drinking those moments when the blackness would hit me and the void would be calling. Let's do the time warp again.
Guys, if I start dancing, get the tranquilizer gun! Will and the kids do succeed in bringing in new members, like another football player named Sam, but they temporarily lose one in Kurt, who has to transfer to another school for half the season due to the excessive bullying of another football player who is actually a closeted homosexual.
David, I know, remember? And I haven't told anyone.
Why? It would have made your life a lot easier.
I don't believe in denying who you are, but I don't believe in outing either.
This is how you would successfully tackle a social issue in a major TV show. Are you listening, Seth MacFarlane? Of course, they just may overdo it.
Was that supposed to be lesbian? You don't get a say in who I date because you're Lebanese and I think I'm bi-curious.
If it wasn't for my ban on gay jokes, this video would take more than an hour. But I will give them credit for going against stereotype and revealing that the new female football coach isn't gay.
Female football coach like a male nurse. Sin against nature.
What could they do to make it even crazier? How about bringing in an Oscar-winning actress and having her completely ham up the place?
Mary Todd Lincoln in the house. My husband was probably gay, and I'm bipolar, which makes me yell things like, "That teapot's spreading lies about me."
Ding-da-da-ding! Yes, Gwyneth Paltrow guest stars in a number of episodes as a substitute teacher who, let's just say, doesn't know much about subtlety.
Okay, so sex. It's just like hugging, only wetter. Brittany, you think that storks bring babies?
I get my information from Woody Woodpecker cartoons.
Every intimate encounter that you're ever gonna have in your life is gonna start with a touch.
I think I have any blood in my head right now. In the meantime, the football team once again has to call on New Directions for help, this time to help them win the championship. What does that lead to? The Glee kids end up playing on the team while the players take place in a zombie-themed halftime show and come back in the second half using their zombie makeup to scare the other team into choking the game away. Whatever the writers were drinking when they got that idea, get me some of it! Still, the number one objective for the club is winning regionals this year. It's here that the show takes its chance on creating original numbers, and this was a true make-or-break moment. But again, by limiting this to 1 or 2 episodes, it allows the writers to not strain themselves and instead put out their best effort. That culminates in the song that ultimately wins the regionals for New Directions. A song where the kids flat out say they don't care what people think about them anymore. So yes, greatest of all ironies, singing about being losers turns them into winners. But the capper for me on this episode was not making it look like a do-or-die competition. Instead, showing the competing teams actively supporting each other, being good sports, and showing that the entertainment is what matters the most. Well, maybe not everyone. Yeah, Sue gets even crankier than normal because her kids didn't get to go to nationals this year. That leads her to Well, remember last time when I said she could be cartoonish in her villainy?
I'm asking you for your help. Our mission? To destroy the Glee Club. And I call this union the League of Doom.
Yep, you heard it. Sue Sylvester has become freaking Lex Luthor. In the meantime, the club's preparation for nationals leads them into some pretty deep soul-searching, like when Will has them perform a Gaga number wearing shirts that show the things about them that they don't like. It's another really strong message about being able to accept yourself. To sum things up, Sue tries to sabotage Glee's trip to nationals, but relents when they come to her aid after her sister dies. So they find themselves in New York City, and do they win it all this time?
I'm so sorry, you guys. We aren't in the top 10.
Yeah, supposedly this was because Finn and Rachel's on and off relationship hit the boiling point, and one kiss at the end of the number ruined it for the judges. So yeah, am I just as pissed off as I was last time? Not really, because after the group's immediate anger, they eventually realized how much of an accomplishment it was to get there in the first place.
You don't seem that sad at all.
It was still amazing. I mean, I flew in a plane for the first time in my life. I had breakfast at Tiffany's. I sang on a Broadway stage.
And who would have guessed it would be Brittany who would deliver the most powerful statement of all?
But this year wasn't about winning for me.
What was it about?
Acceptance. I know that all the kids in the Glee Club, they fight and they steal each other's boyfriends and girlfriends, and they threaten to quit like every other week, but weird stuff like that happens in families.
Yeah, well, this is a club. This is not a family.
Okay, well, family is a place where everyone loves you no matter what, and they accept you for who you are. I love them. I love everyone in Glee Club, and I get to spend another year with everyone I love, so I'm good.
When did you get so smart?
So yes, even the ending of season 2 finds a way to be more successful than its predecessor. So what's my final stance on Glee? Is it deserving to be such a big hit, or does it deserve to be TV trash? Well, yes and yes. The first season is still a morbid downer, but the show's transformation in season 2 is amazing. It's brighter, more electric, and so balls out insane, while still making some actual good social commentary on occasion. Still, I can see why this show has such a hate-dom to go with its fan base. It caters heavily to modern pop culture at the expense of some rather classic music. It's definitely not everyone's cup of tea, and that's okay. I have the right to hate Veronica Mars, and you have the right to hate Glee if you choose. But I'm guessing its die-hard fans, the so-called Gleeks, don't really care. Like the New Directions themselves, all that matters is that they have each other united in one common interest. Sue Sylvester may have been right in saying we were all separated into caste slots, but as long as you're proud to be in your group, be it Cheer Squad, Glee Club, or internet reviewers, you'll always have the strength and confidence to stand tall. And really, that's what I think Glee is all about. Finding people who will stand by you no matter what, and drawing on them to look past hate and be proud of who you are. And for that, I can look past its flaws and salute it as a powerful, crazy, and fun TV show. And I'm glad I took this on to add just a little extra depth to this show. Will I do another currently airing series in the future? Well, we'll wait and see. But for now, I'll be back next week to bring you all some real crap to rip on right here on TV Trash. Whew. ain't a song for the broken-hearted. No silent prayer for the faith departed. And I ain't gonna be just a face in the crowd. You're gonna hear my voice when I shout it out loud. It's my life, it's now or never. And I ain't gonna live forever. And I just wanna live while I'm alive. It's my life, my heart is like an open highway. Like Frankie said, I did it my way. I just wanna live while I'm alive. It's my life. What are you doing? Huh, what? Oh. I've gotta stop pigging out on Reese's before I do reviews.